the law that binds wolves and lions. In Westeros, there are laws written in ink, and laws written into bone. Crowns change hands, banners burn. Even oaths can be bought, broken, and buried. But there is one rule that the highborn and the hunted both pretend is older than any throne. Guest right. Bread and salt. A cup offered. A fire shared. In that moment, even enemies must play at peace. To take a man under your roof, to feed him and seat him close, is to place a thin, sacred wall between violence and civilization. And if that wall breaks, the North remembers, yes, but the gods remember too. At least, that is what old Nan used to say. And when old Nan spoke, children listened, because her stories did not feel like stories. They felt like warnings. There is a song about the Nightfort, black stone on the wall, empty now, rotting in the snow like a mouth missing teeth. The Nightfort has 100 legends, and most of them taste of fear. But one tale tastes of something worse. A kitchen, a king, a prince, and a cook who decided that vengeance should be served hot, in a pie. They call him the Rat Cook, and they do not call him that because he was small or quiet or harmless. They call him that because the price of breaking guest right is not always paid in life. Sometimes it is paid in hunger, and hunger can last forever.
The tale begins in the age when the Andals were no longer strangers on southern shores, but kings with iron in their voices. An Andal King rode north to the Nightfort, the oldest castle on the wall, to be welcomed as a guest beneath the black towers of the Night's Watch. With him came his son, a prince, young enough to be reckless, old enough to carry the future in his blood. And in the Nightfort's kitchens served a cook who had been wronged. No singer agrees on the details. Some say the prince mocked him, some say the king punished him, some say the cook's family had been taken, and he saw no justice except what his own hands could knead and cut. What matters is what old Nan always insisted. The gods did not curse him for murder. The gods did not curse him for cannibalism. The cook killed the prince, and baked his flesh into a grand meat pie. Onions, mushrooms, salt, pepper, even bacon, and a dark red wine to sweeten the lie. Then he served it to the king himself. The king ate. He praised the taste, and, blind as all men who trust their hosts, he asked for a second slice. Only after did he learn what he had consumed. Only after did the horror rise in his throat like bile. And that is when the gods took notice, not because a prince died. Princes die every day in Westeros, in tourneys and wars and fevers. Not because a father was made to eat his son. Westeros has seen cruelties that would make a maester drop his quill. No, the gods were angered because the cook had slain a guest beneath his roof, because the Nightfort had offered protection, and that promise was used as bait. Guest right was broken, and once that is done, every table becomes a trap. So the gods cursed the cook, turning him into a monstrous white rat, doomed to roam the Nightfort and eat nothing but his own young, never satisfied, never forgiven.